What's up, people? Plead the 5th here, and it's 2026, which means it's the 20th anniversary of KOF2006. So to celebrate, I'm going over the sample combos for each character included in the official strategy guide, as a way to show off some of the genuinely cool things it does for cooking at the time, and as a way to get them posted somewhere because I feel like they're almost lost media at this point. I'll be testing out each combo myself, giving general comments about some of the characters' unique moves in this game, and rating the combos overall 1 to 5 on their difficulty. Last time we did Kyo Kusanagi Classic, so this week we're moving on to regular Kyo. I don't know about that one, that's a little too boring. Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's go with Iori. Iori's a spicy Kyo essentially, right? Let's just do that. Combo 1's pretty basic. It's just your standard jumping combo. You go from jumping heavy kick to crouching light punch, and then from there you're routing into Rekkas. Rekkas in this game are quarter circle back in either punch, so light punch Rekka is a little bit shorter. Heavy punch Rekka goes a little bit further. They both have the same routes. They all have the same Rekka combinations. It's just one goes further than the other, and that's important for certain juggles and everything. Now for this combo, you're doing 2 light punch Rekkas at the start, and not going into the third because you're canceling into his rush super, so you're going double quarter circle back light punch. Now you may have noticed that didn't naturally combo, and that's because the input window on Iori's Rekkas is pretty wide, so you gotta really practice getting the quickest timing possible. It should be a natural hit like this. And that's the way you get the launch, and then you can actually go into the super. So altogether, it's Alright, so normally in these videos I like to show off the alternate costumes for everyone while I'm going through their combos, but we could just skip this Iori one, right? No one's gonna get mad if I skip this. We can just go back and change him to a normal looking character, right? Back to normal. Alright, so forget about that other costume. That was a lie. I made that up. It was a custom mod, actually. Fake costume. Alright, combo 2. It's a little bit harder, but is kind of fun once you get the rhythm of it. And it has a lot of the building blocks you would use to build your own combos with Iori. So his combo cycles through 3 special moves mainly. His Rekkas, obviously. There's his command grab, which is half circle back forward punch. Gives you a free light punch or light kick on success for full combo, unscaled damage, by the way, which is ridiculous, but I'm going to move on. Then there's his choke. And in this game, it gives you a launcher that you can use to do for any number of routes and combos and things like that. So after a launch, you want to route into your Rekka loops. And if you play Iori in any other KOF game, you may have noticed that the Rekkas have a slightly different ender here. So like normally it's the big jump overhead like that, but if you end any of his Rekka sequences in quarter circle back strong punch instead of light punch, you'll get the scoop that does not hit on, will not connect on standing opponents, but if they're in the air and you do your Rekkas quick enough, they will always juggle. Now I will point out that after the launch, you do need to use the heavy punch version of the Rekka to start the juggles, because if you use the light punch version, they're going to fall out. It's going to be too short. That's because the light punch version does not go as far as the heavy punch version. So from that distance, light punch does not hit. Heavy punch does. And this is where the speed of your Rekka inputs really starts to matter, because if you input them too slow, your opponent's going to flip out and the combo is going to drop. So you really have to practice getting them back to back as quickly as possible while still ending in the strong punch ender to get the launch so you can loop into the next set of Rekkas. It's a little challenging in the hands, but practice. Once you get that part down, you have mastered essentially the combo. You just got to hit the command grab at the start. Alright, so I lied to you. I'm switching costumes. I found this one where he looks like he's definitely not going through a phase bomb, and I can't pass up. So, stylish move, Combo 3. Combo 3 is pretty simple. It's like a normal sweep combo for this game off of your heavy kick string. Number 23, there's two different versions of it. So there's a launcher version of his heavy kick string that is a pretty good launcher that you can route into the Rekka loops. Or you can go with this sweep that we're going to be using for this combo. They both can be blocked low, so it's not really a 50-50 between the two. It's more of like a different hit confirms off of your that you can use off of your heavy kick. That being said, there is something interesting to talk about with his overhead claw here. The knockdown, you use the light version during the combo because it is faster, but the heavy punch version of this is a launcher in itself. So if you mix this in with your strings, baiting a low, you can go into this overhead, get a launch, and of course, off of this launch, you can route into the Rekka. So Iori has a lot of launchers in this game that you can use to piece together your own combo. That being said, the stuff necessary for this combo is going to be this sweep into overhead. Alright, editor's note, I realized I forgot to explain that after the knockdown, you're supposed to go crouching light kick into his forward heavy punch string. This string by itself, I can't believe I didn't explain this. This string, really far range, also hits on the ground. Just a fucked up button. This isn't a stand back and hit buttons game, but it's a fucked up button. So like, all together, it's this. So for combo 4, since there's two separate special cancels into the rush super, you're going to need at least 4 bars of meter. So that's going to be something you can only use if Iori is your second or your anchor. But nonetheless, with the rush troopers in this game, there's two separate versions, right? So the input is quarter circle forward, half circle back with either punch. The light punch version is invincible, but is shorter range, and it also does not connect on airborne opponents. That's important because the first one that you use after the launch in the DP is going to be this version to keep the combo going. Then there's the heavy punch version, which goes much further, super long reach, and most importantly, it will full connect on a airborne opponent. Ugh, I said that weird. Opponent. Now you want to start the combo with the forward light kick heavy kick string, and this is it's so fucked up. This forward light kick is an actual overhead, like legitimately, and I think it's like, I'll have to put it in there. It's like 12 frames or something, and you go forward light kick, heavy kick, and it's an immediate launcher, and you just cancel at the very as soon as the heavy kick comes out. You want to cancel the DP because you need them to be as high as possible for the rest of the combos work. So you want it to look mostly kind of like that. Once you get the launch with the DP, you're on a timer. You're trying to input those Rekkas as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. So once again, you're doing a heavy punch Rekka into a light punch Rekka. And instead of going for a third one to complete the sequence, you immediately cancel the second Rekka into the 8 maiden super. So you go, and you want to get that juggle. Getting that consistently and then immediately looping into another rep of Rekkas is a little challenging, I'll say. It's a little challenging, so get that practice a lot. But once you get that down, this combo's still hard as shit. I'm gonna be real with you. This combo by itself delayed this video a week. Like, I had an injured left thumb, and trying to do really fast pretzel inputs just wasn't working. I had to, it was so hard, actually. It was so hard that my recording of doing this combo is before I made the bit about not switching costumes. So here you go. I'm not doing this shit again. This is it. This is the combo. Overall, I give Iori's combos like a 4 out of 5. And honestly, I gave like Kyo like a 3 out of 5 last time. Nah, he's like a 2 out of 5 now. His combos were not nearly this difficult. Yeah, Iori's difficulty aside and hand pain aside, it was really fun doing Iori's combos though. I don't play him in this game, so it was a learning experience of what his routes are and what some of his unique properties are in this game. So it was a learning experience for everyone. So if you liked the video, leave a comment down below, or like the video, or share it with someone else who likes janky fighting games or just KOF in general. And go out and try some of these combos yourself. Especially that combo 4. I want to know if it's just me who thinks it's kind of absurdly difficult. And you can, if you pull it off, send it to me on Blue Sky. I'm at Plea5 FGC. Yes, it's Plea5, not Plea V. But yeah, have a good day.